There's no doubt that soul food has had an influence on American cuisine. When slaves were forced into the New World, they brought their ingenuity, their inspiration, and their influence along with them. Their courage is something that we still marvel at hundreds of years later. In this series, we will explore all avenues of soul food. Some traditional, a couple of key ingredients, and this comes out tasting fantastic. And we will definitely borrow inspiration from other cultures. This is really, really good. Really, and the oven does all the work, literally. Pack your book bag, grab your notebook, and get ready for a ride to one of my favorite educational institutions, Soul Food University. I absolutely just love the idea of soul food. It makes me happy. Hey, that's what soul food is supposed to do. Soul food is one of those cuisines that arrive from a sense of necessity. I mean, that's what it's all about. You got a need, develop a cuisine. And that should probably be on a t-shirt. I've often said that my grandmother was a magician. She created something out of nothing. And one of the main ways I've seen this happen is whenever we actually prepared for a road trip. Listen, if you think we're stopping for meals and snacks, you are sadly mistaken. There's one stop and one stop only, and it's for gas and to use the restroom. Then it's back in the car for the remainder of the road trip. Since there was no stopping for food, my grandmother was a professional at packing up a basket full of food that included meals, snacks, drinks, and just about everything else you could think of. So I figured today we could have a little fun and play a bit of homage to those times when we had to pack up a lunch and hit the road for a road trip. One of the most versatile leftover ingredients is a meatloaf. What's the best way to enjoy meatloaf? It's in a sandwich. But first, we have to make the meatloaf. Simple. We'll take an onion, bell pepper, and garlic and blend it in a food processor. Then ground chuck mixed with a little bit of pork breakfast sausage gets seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, dried fennel, red pepper flakes, herbs de Provence, and that blended vegetable mixture. Also, to make sure the meatloaf stays moist, I'll take some bread that's been soaking in milk, and then I'll add that. This will ensure that the meatloaf stays super moist while it's baking. I'll form the meatloaf and then it's off to the oven to bake until it's cooked all the way through. I'll top the meatloaf with the brown sugar and ketchup mixture because that's the way my grandmother did it. And to make them into sandwiches, I'll toast up some bread and cheese, add on some mayo, a little bit of mustard, the meatloaf along with lettuce and tomato. Then the sandwich is ready to enjoy whenever you are. To go along with the sandwiches, I think sweet potato chips will do the job. I'll take sweet potatoes and slice them on a mandolin super thin. Then I'll give them a good rinse in water and I'll get them as dry as I can. I'll fry them up. The key is to fry them in batches so you never overcrowd the pan. I mean, if you overcrowd the pan, that'll produce too much moisture and the potatoes will steam instead of fry. And we definitely want them to fry. Once they're golden brown, we'll remove them from the oil, drain them on paper towels, and then season them with salt. I will repeat until all the sweet potato chips are ready to go. This is an insanely delicious snack. Now, speaking of deliciousness, how about some Old Bay crispy okra? I know, it sounds good, right? Oh, let's get into it. We'll start with fresh okra. I'll slice them lengthwise and they get a nice marinade of buttermilk, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and tons of Old Bay. Then a dredge in a flour and cornstarch mixture. I'll shake off the excess right before dropping the okra into hot oil. They'll fry until they're golden brown. And when they come out, I'll drain those on paper towels before seasoning them with kosher salt and Old Bay. Please do yourself a favor and make extra because there is no way you'll be able to stop eating them. I promise, they are just so damn good. Now, speaking of good, we need something that can stay fresh for the entire drive, and I've got it. pasta salad, right? It's quick, it's easy, and it's always a crowd pleaser. First, the pasta. Bow tie pasta gets cooked in super salty water. Then once it's tender, I'll drain it. See, here's a trick. Since the broccoli has to go into the pasta salad and the broccoli also needs to be blanched, drain the pasta over the broccoli. That way, you kill two birds with one stone. Meanwhile, I'll throw some bacon into the oven after topping it with brown sugar, and when it comes out, I'll chop it down to size and prepare the pasta salad. Pasta, broccoli, bacon, sun-dried tomatoes, black olives, and then the dressing. It's super simple. It's vinegar, sugar, garlic, salt, pepper, mustard, and olive oil. All of that gets mixed together. Then the whole dressing is poured over the pasta salad for a robust finish. The salad goes into a bowl and then into the fridge until it's chilled and ready to serve. Speaking of chilled, these tropical punch slushies are so simple and way too refreshing. How simple is it? Frozen fruit goes into a blender, then Kool-Aid, a little bit of sugar, squeeze of lemon juice, some water, and a splash or two or three, as much as you want, of rum, okay? Blend the whole thing together until it's nice and smooth. Pour it into your favorite glass and enjoy. It's really one of the true joys of life. Tropical punch slushies. So after we eat, we always need a little something sweet. Red velvet is always a vibe, but these red velvet Twinkies, even more of a vibe. I'll make my red velvet cake batter. It's oil, buttermilk, and sugar, and it's mixed until the sugar has dissolved. Then eggs and vanilla go in. Lastly, for the dry ingredients, salt, baking soda, and flour. Then I'll pour the mix into the canoe molds and bake them until they're set. For the frosting, it's simple: cream cheese, sugar, vanilla, heavy cream. Just blend it until it's nice and smooth and fluffy. Then I'll use a piping bag to insert the frosting into each of the cakes, and guess what? They are ready to enjoy. We have been driving, you understand me? And now it's time to try some of the delicious food that we whipped up. So I have these amazing sweet potato chips. Look at that. Super crunchy, super delicious. No preservatives because we made them so we know exactly what's in them. This is delicious. And you know what this is gonna be good with? The crunch is, we provide some okra. Okra's great for like a really good road trip snack because it is going to stay pretty much all day and be delicious. So, I don't know. The Old Bay in the marinade and the Old Bay in the batter, fantastic. Now I told you before that the pasta salad typically lasts all day, so a pasta salad is great. Plus, this is not like a mayonnaise-based pasta salad. It's a vinegar base, so it has a vinaigrette. So this is gonna last you pretty much the entire day and be really good. Let me see. Oh yeah. Oh, come on, with those sun-dried tomatoes. I get a little bit of bite. Of that like acidic punch. The smokiness of that bacon comes shining through. And the great thing about that bacon is it's got that brown sugar on it. So, I can go on the road trip more often if this is how we're gonna eat it. This is delicious. Speaking of eating, the piece de resistance is the meatloaf sandwiches. Come on now. Those cheesy meatloaf sandwiches. When I tell you this thing is amazing, the bread is buttery. The cheese is hanging out in there just saying, hey, what are you doing? A little bit of mayo. The ketchup on top of that meatloaf that had a chance to like sit in really good. The crunch of the lettuce, the sweetness of the tomato. I mean, listen, it's really a home run. Oh, it's so good. Now, that meatloaf sandwich is outstanding. I mean, it is a really good and perfect. I wish I had something to like wash it down with, but since I'm driving, I'm not gonna have the fruit punch, tropical punch slushies until later on tonight, but I am gonna have it not while I'm driving. So that's it. The only thing left on our amazing journey on our road trip is our red velvet Twinkies, which, you know, after you have a meal, you need a little something sweet, huh? Oh boy. Oh, that's good. Oh, super moist. I get loads of like good chocolate flavor. The cream in the inside though, out of this world. Really, really, really amazing. And super moist. We gotta give it a try. Now, the recipes for these, you know where they're gonna be, right? They're gonna be on the Darius Cooks Plus app, which you can get very easily by downloading it from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Now, there are two things I want to tell you, as I always do. Food is my life. Life, it's my food. Until next time, gotta wish you a happy cooking. From my heart to yours. Bye, y'all.